And I say a little prayer for you. Together forever, we slaying some demons all. Yeah, so before we get into Devil May Cry, a video game that is now a television show, animation style on Netflix, before we get into that, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, follow, and share. We are on the road to 2,000. You know what? I'm just going to say it. We're on the road to 3,000. We're right there at the 5-yard line, the goal line of 2,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate that. Go check out Magazine Dreams, one of the things that we just put out, and people are liking it. They're liking what we're putting down, and we appreciate that. Now, I have a little guilty pleasure before I get in Devil May Cry. I just want to talk about Jolene Purdy is Purdy. Okay, I did an episode of The Bondsman on Amazon Prime, and I forgot to shout out her performance in that series. Go check the rating on it. But man, Jolene, beautiful. Anyway, so Devil May Cry. All right. So I'm going to tell you what IMDB says about that. Let's go ahead to movie voice. When a mysterious villain threatens to open the gates of hell, a devilishly handsome demon hunter could be the world's best hope for salvation. That's about right. That's about right. Now, my first impression of this was I like anime. I like cartoons. I still eat cereal and watch cartoons in my pajamas if I'm wearing anything at all. But other than playing some of the games, and I vaguely remember it. I don't remember Devil May Cry. I do remember the sword. I remember like some of the combos where the sword, I felt like Final Fantasy was bigger than the character itself. The combos, the Easter eggs, jukebox references with music. Like I vaguely remember playing this when I was younger. But it just, I don't know. It didn't get me. I think it was similar to like Elder Scroll. No, not even Elder Scroll. Elder Rings, if that's what it is, put in the comments. It's Dark Souls, certain games like that where it's like you had to learn how to beat the bosses, and I just didn't care to do anything like that. Like Monster Hunter is another one that comes to mind. So I'm thinking about jumping into Monster Hunter because of solo leveling. Check a review out on that one. And so for this one, I'm like, you know what? Let me watch it. Let me see. Anime, let's do it. Or animation in the US. So that was my first impression. Now, going into my highs and lows on this one, the lows that I will say is it felt kid-like. I don't want to say Saturday morning cartoon, but it felt kid-like, even though it's rated R. Even though it's rated R, it felt kid-like. I don't know what to say. I can't really explain it, but it did feel very, very childlike. It felt really short, and I mean that because it was good to the point that I wanted more of it. Not as much as Solo Leveling or One Piece or like so many other My Heroes, where it's like you do kind of want more, and then necessarily like it's really good. It was just because they created such a world that I was ready to continue with it, like the Cyberpunk one that they did for Netflix, or I can't remember the other one that they did for League of Legends. That's on Netflix as well. And Netflix is trying to spend some money. They're trying to bring over some anime for, you know, the fact that Crunchyroll's out there doing it with what they have. Now, the other thing I would say is the lore. Because I wasn't a fan of the game like that, there was lore that I believe they were putting in it, but they just wasn't putting it in your face like some games, movie transitions where they'll tell you what that is. I don't think that's a bad thing, because when you watch The Last of Us season 2 getting ready to come around the corner, they don't do that as well. They just give you the story and it's there. If you care for the lore, you're a fan, then you'll go for it. And I think that's just what it was. So it wasn't a you thing. It's a me thing. Now, for the good things I liked about it, I love the cast. I thought every voice fit. There's some legendary voices that are on this cast as well. The music, there's a lot of Easter eggs with the music and the word, like keep rolling, keep rolling. Like when it came up, it's like hands up, hands down. I mean, what you gonna do now? Like the songs came back to me like I was sitting there doing homework, watching MTV TRL, saying what's gonna be the top 3. And so I love that. And then also there were songs where the words fit the scene or what was happening, and it just told us on the story. And I love when shows or movies or television and stuff do stuff like that. The last few episodes was to me, it was telling such a provocative story. The highlight of the season would be, and I'm not going to spoil anything here, it would be the second to last episode. I thought they did a phenomenal. If you can go to a word bank and then someone say, you know what, I can use, I don't know, 1,000 words to do this episode, and they say, you know what, I'll take 10. Not a lot of shows or movies can give you a story. I mean, Bluey's done it, and some other ones where there's nothing vocally being said, just music and a visualization of the story. And I thought they did a great job on it. So for me, that's where I'll leave it. I'll go ahead and let's rate this thing, right? So we rate this from a 0 to 5. Put in the comments if you saw Devil May Cry on Netflix. It just came out brand new. Also in the comments, I got 5 on it. Yes, I like to sing whenever I can. I do it maybe because I'm nervous or something. I don't know. That's just what I do. Would I sing in public? No, I won't. But there's a chance. There's a chance you may see it kind of in public, like live streaming. Yeah, we're gonna start live streaming, guys. What would you like to see us live stream? We're gonna have different content coming out in the next few months. We appreciate you guys being here. And with that being said, if you're new and you're like, I don't know, should I hit the button? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow, and just wait for more content. As the gang, we're just excited. We're so excited. So with that being said, my rating on this one would be a 4. There's some really good stories in here. There are some characters that I was like, man, I felt different about the character once I knew what that backstory is, but a 4 for me. There were some memorable moments and stuff I walked away from, and some things that they do on this show that actually kind of knock on the situation in the world right now. And you see that a lot, especially in sci-fi and fantasy and things like that, because you can merge that line. Dante was a great casting. I mean, I really love the banner between Lady and him, Mary. The other thing I really liked was the president. Though you didn't see the president much in this one, his voice and the things he would say was just, I'm not going to spoil anything and say anything, but he was just, every time he was on screen, I just thought it was something. Vice president as well, man. So point blank, it's a 4 for me. Now, you could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here, and I greatly appreciate that. Until next time, kalika-lika-la.